Mohammed El-Kadi lifted the explosive-laden vest onto the shoulders of Ahmed Hadid. The 19-year-old slumped slightly with the addition of 20 kilograms to his slender frame. "It is heavy." "Ahmed, to accomplish our task today, it has to be." The young Palestinian nodded. "I know." "Make sure it is secured to your body." Hadid pulled on the two straps and cinched them tight. A trickle of sweat leaked from his hairline toward his temple. He slipped his arms into the black ankle-length coat. As he buttoned it, El-Kadi placed a black fedora on his head. Black curled side locks attached to the hat hung in front of his ears, blending perfectly with the color of his hair and beard. The young man observed himself in the mirror. "I look exactly like one of those Zionist Hasidic Jews." "Yes, Ahmed, you do. That is the point. You'll be able to walk onto the bus without anyone harassing you, and then all you have to do is activate the detonator in your coat pocket." The young man continued to gaze at his image. "Then I will be a martyr in paradise." El-Kadi nodded. "Yes, Ahmed, you will." The older man's expression did not betray his thoughts. He kept his disdain for the ignorant fool to himself. Michael Wolf held his young wife's hand as he escorted her to the bus station for a trip to visit her parents in Tel Aviv. "I wish you were going with me, Michael." "Sarah, we've discussed this numerous times. I have to work. They don't care if my wife is taking a holiday. I have to report for duty tomorrow." "I know, but it would be nice to spend a few days together without the responsibilities." "Yes, it would." She leaned closer to him and whispered, "I heard from my doctor this morning." Wolf squeezed her hand. "And?" "I'm pregnant." He took her into his arms and held her tight. "When you get back, we will celebrate properly. Are you telling your parents?" "Of course. They will be excited to know they're going to be grandparents." She paused and gave him a sad smile. "I'm sorry, Michael. I sometimes forget your parents are dead." "Me too. They would have loved being grandparents." The bus pulled into the station. She watched it stop and then kissed Wolf. "I'll call you when I get there." "You'd better." She hurried to the bus door and waited to board. She liked to travel light with only items she needed in a backpack. Once she climbed the 3 steps and disappeared inside, he started to walk to their car. Wishing to see her one more time before she left, he returned his attention to the bus. She waved at him from a window in the front. When he returned the wave, a tall young man dressed in the traditional clothing of a devout Hasidic Jew passed him, heading for the bus. He noted the man sweating heavily on a cool, cloudy day. Ahmed Hadid resisted the urge to scratch the back of his neck. Sweat, plus the rough material used to construct the vest he wore under his frock, irritated his skin. The itch became so pronounced, he shivered at the same time his forehead grew damp with perspiration. He approached the steps leading into the bus and prepared to board. His irritated neck would soon not bother him. The sweat Wolf observed on the Hasidic man seemed out of place and troubled him. As a trained Black Ops operator, now working for the Israeli Mossad, he could not shake the sense of foreboding. He started toward the bus just as the man clad in black climbed the 3 steps to the vehicle's interior. He glanced at the window where Sarah sat and noticed her stiffen. His pace quickened when his wife faced the window and placed the palms of her hands on the glass. Her eyes were wide and his name frozen on her lips. The fireball and concussion of the blast propelled him backward. His head struck the parking lot asphalt, and the world went black. Screams and sirens dragged him back from the darkness. He witnessed the burning hell before him. Staggering to his feet, he felt a sudden despair and emptiness. "Sarah!" Black smoke rose from the inferno. He madly dashed toward the heat and fire. Flames shot from the vehicle's shredded carcass. Shards of glass crunched under his feet as blood dripped from his forehead. He ignored the severe ringing in his ears as he rushed toward the flames. "Sarah!" As he got closer to the vehicle, he slipped on something. When he looked down, it was a human hand. A woman's left hand. The 4th finger bore a simple gold band with a solitary diamond. Sarah's wedding ring.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.